Hi everyone, it's Vera, aka Tiny Simmer, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we'll be doing a contemporary tiny home. So I love to do modern and contemporary builds because they're not only easy to do, but I think the architecture of them is very cool. And the structure of this build was heavily inspired by one of Legacy's builds for one of her Let's Plays. It was kind of H, almost like a long H kind of build, and I was inspired by that one, and yeah, it was one of her Let's Plays for like a family that she was playing with. I don't remember well the name of it, but yeah, I was so inspired by it, and it had a really cool idea about that passageway over there, about having a nice kitchen. And yeah, I was really excited because obviously I love to do contemporary builds, but the floor plan of this home was very different to what I'm accustomed to. So yeah, I think for me, it was kind of easy to figure out where everything was going because not only was the space was so small, and I think I had kind of figured out right away that I wanted to do kind of an open floor plan, and I decided to use those very tall medium height walls because of the windows. Now I want to use those spade windows, so I decided to go for that height. And over here, like, this is where this floor plan that I'm doing right now is supposedly the where the bedroom area is and where is gonna be, and the bathroom and everything. But you're gonna see that I'm gonna later on change that because I realized that a bed couldn't fit properly inside that small space. So yeah, over here we're gonna start working with the living rooms, and yeah, so I really love using wood tones or wood flooring. I know some people like to use either concrete or though that like rug carpet style, but no, I just usually go for that wood, and I like that specific tone because it has like different colors of wood in it, so I think it's nice. So yeah, over here I knew I wanted to use that fireplace from Get Together, and over here I use that couch from Get to Work, which I very rarely use. And yeah, I really like having that small space over there, and I think everything is gonna work out in the end with how cohesive it is. But yeah, this last Friday I actually graduated from high school, which was very weird and exciting. And then last Sunday I actually turned 18, so it was a very eventful weekend, you could say. I had a lot of fun. Like, my family, we had a nice lunch on my day of graduation. We had all of these balloons and decorations. I had a cap and gown that was rented to take pictures and everything. And we cut a cake and everything. And then it was so much fun. And then we watched my ceremony and everything. It was a virtual ceremony. And then on Sunday, which was my 18th birthday, as I said, we just ordered literally Domino's pizza. Had cut a cake, obviously, and had some fun. So yeah, I really liked this weekend. Obviously, it was very important for me in both those milestones. So yeah, I had fun, and yeah. So going on with the build, over here, I really wanted to cut the story time because I wanted to say something about this section. So I really loved the fact that I made like this hallway kind of a kitchen. So one of the things I really like when I build kitchens is when the kitchen, like the counters, are facing each other. So it's not exactly like an L-shaped counter kitchen space. So I was really happy with how this kitchen kind of turned out. It's very different. Obviously, it's very big kitchen / hallway, but I thought it would be really cool. Like, I would imagine, like, if this were a real home, the kitchen is, like, what sells the home. And I can imagine people going in and being like, oh, this is so cool. I don't know. I like to think of how, when I build, I try to see how, like, in real life, a house like that would look or would feel like. But yeah, going on with my story about this past weekend, I really had a good time, and even though under the circumstances it wasn't ideal, I think we all need to make the best out of the situation that's going on right now. So yeah, if you guys have done like anything exciting, especially if you have guys, if any of you guys have actually spent your birthday in quarantine, I'm curious to know how you guys spent it and everything, or if you had an event or something that is like a milestone that's big, like graduating. I want to know how you guys spent it. But yeah, I mean, it was weird not getting to graduate next to my friends. Like, literally, it's so weird because my best friend, like, her last name is literally, the letter of her last name is the same as mine. The first letter of her last name is the same as mine. I'm sorry, it's getting really confusing. I'm trying to explain it best. But basically, you know how everything is all ordered alphabetically when you're sitting down on the chairs that when you're graduating. I would have sat next to her, and it would have been, I just keep imagining, like, when we would have graduated in the stage, I would have sat next to my best friend, and graduating next to her would have been so cool. But yeah, it's what we get. And the cool thing is that my school is actually going to have like a formal physical like graduating ceremony later on. We don't know if it's going to be in December or if it's going to be in 2021, but we're going to do the best we can so that we can actually have a physical graduation. But yeah, over here we're working with the living room. I absolutely love that rug. It's from Get Famous. I think it matches so well with those neutral tones from those couches. I really, really love that space. And over here we're working with the dining area. That table is also from Get Together. I love that glass top surface, and I'm using these. That desk. That table is Get Famous, and the chairs are Get Together. And I used those curtains from Dine Out because I thought that they were that the colors was nice and that they would really complement everything that's going on in the build. And I liked how simple but tall they are. So yeah, we're adding a nice little bookshelf over here. We're gonna try to add some paintings to make the walls not so boring and bland. I had a lot of fun doing this build because even though the style is very very is one that I do a lot, the shape of the house is very different, and it's kind of hard to work with. I mean, with such a little space, you have to fit in a lot, and you would think, like, obviously, you can tell by the furniture that the people that live here have money, but they choose to live in a small home, which I think is very cool. And I love that it's like it's like a long H. But yeah, we're over here. We're gonna start working with the bedroom. As I said, I kind of fixed up the landscaping. Oh my god, the floor planning, because I couldn't fit the bed right where it would make sense. So yeah, I decided to add a nice like get together closet over there in that square space, and the bedroom's gonna be right there. I like to have like those doors that are glass that came with Spa Day. I love them so much, but it's weird to add them in bathrooms because, like, when you think about it realistically, you obviously don't want your bathroom to have a glass door where everyone can see you going to the toilet or showering. So yeah, I really want to use those because they're obviously very modern, but no. In the end, we went for that black wooden door, and I used that black door to kind of inspire the color palette of the bathroom, which was like all these black details and everything. You see how I added that toothbrush thing at the top? I literally never do that. I see that a lot of people do it, and I thought, wow, that's a lot of detail, but nobody has the time for that, or I'm not going to add that simple detail that no one really kind of like realizes. that is there, but I don't know why I decided to add it. I don't know. But yeah, here we're going on. We're adding rugs. I think this is the point where I forgot I needed to add rugs because I also add another rug over here. And that rug that I use for the dinner table, I think is so beautiful. That blue kind of purple color. Or wait, I think I changed it. I was going to say that that blue kind of purple color matched really well with the curtains, but this one does too because it has like the yellow color that matches well with the painting in front of it. But yeah, here we're going to add all the tiling and wood, not wood paneling, tiling, yes. And we're going to start officially going with the bedroom. So the bedroom that I was style that I was going for was very white and clean. Since the house is very modern, I think that white color like goes well since it represents well modern. I don't know. But in the end, you're going to see I'm going to change that. And I really like how I kind of added that mirror over at the top of the oh my gosh, the door. But yeah, I really liked the neutrals, and I liked the idea of having the desk in front of the table, which not the table, the bed, which I don't know if it makes sense, but I thought it was really cute. But you're gonna see I'm gonna change that later on. I don't know why I was just not really like kind of happy with how simple everything was. In the end, like that's why I think I go for a lot of color in the rooms, because I think if all the colors are very natural and white, then it doesn't look as interesting. So yeah, we're just adding some paintings to add more color over here. I love the paintings that came with Get Famous. I use a lot of Get Famous objects. That bed is also Get Famous. Obviously, for like the pack itself, Get Famous. For gameplay, I don't use it at all. The Fame system, I don't even touch it. But I do use the build and buy a lot, and sometimes I use the CAS. I think that's the only reason why I would buy Get Famous, not at all for the world, because I don't even touch it, or the gameplay aspect of it. I just really like the build and buy, as I said. And yeah, here's where we're kind of fixing up on how everything was set up. I was just not really happy with it. I thought it was very plain and boring, and yeah. You can download this house if you want to. It's on the gallery, so it's my OriginID is Tiny Simmer YT, so you can download it and everything. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing a lot of CAS videos recently because I've been finishing up the Outer Banks CAS series. I just need to do one more character, which is Pope, and then I also planning on doing more builds. I'm thinking of not doing any more like gameplay videos, but I don't know. I think for me, I don't get as motivated to play with Sims when I feel like I have to record it and it's a big process. So for example, for my Not So Berry Sims, like I was so excited to actually start that challenge once I got Get to Work. But then once I started the series, I was like, oh, but I have to film everything, and everything is such a drag and everything. And I decided to stop doing that and just play my game for myself. But I'm thinking of doing like current updates with Not So Berry and a current update with the A to Z Baby Challenge and stuff like that. So that way you could also get a bit of gameplay kind of videos. But I'm going to be strictly doing builds and CAS, and also some in-between videos. Like I did a video that was on like ranking Sims 4 packs, which I thought was really cool and I liked because it was a different kind of Sims 4 video. And I'm thinking of doing things like that. But yeah, we're going on with landscaping over here. And like, I don't know why, but you don't see this because I cut this out because it took literally 30 minutes for me to do, and in the end I just erased it. I tried to do like a hill so that like the back of the house was like you can go up a hill and you can from there like go up to the roof, which made sense in my mind, but I don't think it made sense like in the actual build itself. So I just decided to like delete that and do something else. And I love using those things from Get Together that are like those vines that you can add to the walls. I think are so awesome and very cool. So I like to add them a lot. But yeah, we're coming up to the end of the build. So you're going to see how there are, the screenshots are going to come up soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.